Welcome to the Fearful Fright series, where we will be reading with our favorite green ghoul, Grimmer. Now sit back and enjoy this twisted tale. Today our story is called The Last Hike. Evan Mercer had always trusted the woods. Not in a poetic, nature heals kind of way, he trusted them the way a mechanic trusts tools. Forests followed rules. Trails had markers. Maps made sense. If something went wrong, there was always a reason. Caleb Ward didn't feel the same. The woods don't follow rules, Caleb said once, standing at the edge of a dense tree line. They just pretend to. Evan laughed it off at the time. Caleb said a lot of things like that, half joking, half serious, like he was testing whether the world might suddenly agree with him. That was 3 weeks before they planned the hike. The trail they chose wasn't popular. It didn't show up on most hiking apps, and the only mention of it online came from a forgotten forum post dated almost 8 years back. Black Hollow Trail, don't stay past dark. Something off about the place. Probably just wildlife, but still, not worth it. Evan found it amusing. Caleb found it interesting. Let's go there, Caleb said. Because of one creepy comment. Evan asked. Because no one else goes there. That was enough. They started just after noon. Black Hollow Trail began like any other, packed dirt, scattered roots, sunlight slipping between tall oaks. The air smelled damp, like rain had passed through earlier, though the sky above was clear. Evan led the way, checking their map every so often. Caleb trailed behind, occasionally stopping to look deeper into the trees. You ever feel like you're being watched? Caleb asked casually. Evan didn't turn around. We're in the woods. Everything watches everything. That's not what I mean. Evan sighed. You're not gonna start this already, are you? Caleb didn't answer. An hour in, things started to feel wrong. Not obvious, not dramatic, just small things. The trail narrowed more than expected. The sounds of birds faded until there was nothing but their footsteps. And the air, it felt thicker, harder to breathe, like the forest was closing in around them. Evan noticed it too, though he didn't say anything. Instead, he checked the map again. We should be near a fork, he said. There's no fork, Caleb replied. Evan frowned and looked up. The trail stretched ahead in a straight line. No, there's supposed to be. Evan. Caleb's voice had changed. Evan turned. Caleb wasn't looking at him. He was staring off into the trees to the right. What? Evan asked. Caleb pointed slowly. There's someone out there. Evan squinted. At first, he saw nothing. Then, movement. Far between the trees, a figure, standing still. Watching them. Evan's stomach tightened. Probably another hiker, he said, though his voice lacked conviction. Then why aren't they on the trail? The figure didn't move. Didn't wave. Didn't speak. It just stood there. Evan took a step forward. Hey, he called. You lost or? The figure was gone. Just like that. No footsteps. No sound. Nothing. Okay, Evan said quickly, forcing a laugh. That was weird. Caleb didn't laugh. We should go back, he said. Evan hesitated. They had barely gone halfway. And turning back meant admitting something was wrong. It's probably just someone messing around, Evan said. We're fine. Caleb didn't look convinced. But he nodded. They kept walking. The deeper they went, the stranger things became. They passed the same fallen log twice. Evan was sure of it. Same split in the bark. Same crooked branch pointing upward like a broken finger. That's not possible, Evan muttered. Caleb didn't respond. He was looking behind them. What? Evan asked. I thought I heard footsteps, Caleb said. From where? Behind us. Evan turned. The trail stretched empty. But something felt off. Like the silence wasn't empty at all. Like it was full of something they couldn't hear. Let's just keep moving, Evan said. They walked faster. The sun began to dip lower. Neither of them remembered how long they'd been walking. Time felt stretched. Wrong. Evan checked his phone. No signal. Battery at 62%. The time read 3:14 p.m. But that couldn't be right. They'd started hours ago. It should have been closer to evening. Caleb, what time do you have? Caleb pulled out his phone. 3:14. They stared at each other. Neither of them said it out loud. But they both knew. Time wasn't moving. That's when they heard it. A voice. Faint. Distant. Help. Evan froze. Caleb's eyes widened. Did you hear that? Caleb whispered. Evan nodded. The voice came again. Please, help. It sounded human. Weak. Desperate. And it was coming from off the trail. Caleb took a step toward it. Wait, Evan said, we don't know what that is. It's someone in trouble. Or it's something else. Caleb hesitated. The voice came again. Closer this time. Help, me. Evan felt his chest tighten. It sounded real. Too real. Caleb turned to him. We can't just leave them. Evan swallowed. We stick together. Caleb nodded. And they stepped off the trail. The forest swallowed them almost immediately. Branches scraped against their clothes. The ground dipped unevenly beneath their feet. The voice led them deeper. Always just ahead. Always just out of sight. Help. Where are you? Caleb shouted. No answer. Just the same weak call. Help. They pushed forward. Faster. Desperate now. Until. Caleb stopped suddenly. Evan. Evan nearly walked into him. What? Caleb pointed ahead. Evan followed his gaze. And his blood ran cold. There was a clearing. In the center. A person. Sitting on the ground. Back turned to them. Shoulders slumped. Hey, Caleb called. Are you okay? The person didn't move. Didn't respond. Evan felt something twist in his gut. Something's wrong, he whispered. Caleb stepped closer. Hey, we're here to help. The person's head turned. Too fast. Too far. It twisted unnaturally, facing them while the body remained still. Evan staggered back. What the? The face. It wasn't right. The features were wrong. Like someone had tried to copy a human face from memory and failed. The mouth stretched too wide. The eyes didn't blink. And when it spoke, it wasn't the same voice. Help, me. But now it sounded like both of them. Evan grabbed Caleb's arm. Run. They didn't hesitate. They turned and ran. The forest changed. The trees seemed closer. The ground uneven. Branches clawed at them as they pushed forward blindly. Behind them. Footsteps. Fast. Too fast. Don't look back, Evan shouted. Caleb didn't. They ran until their lungs burned. Until their legs felt like they'd give out. Until they burst onto the trail. Evan nearly collapsed. We just follow the trail out, he gasped. Caleb nodded, breathing hard. They started walking. Fast. Not running, but close. Neither of them spoke. Neither of them looked behind them. After several minutes, Caleb slowed. Evan. What? Quote dot dot. That's not the right way. Evan stopped. What are you talking about? Caleb pointed. The trail ahead looked different. The trees were thinner. The ground flatter. This isn't the same trail, Caleb said. Evan turned. Behind them. The trail stretched back the same way. Identical. No difference. We didn't turn, Evan said. I know. A cold realization settled between them. We're not on the trail anymore, Caleb whispered. That's when they heard it again. Footsteps. Right behind them. Slow. Deliberate. Evan turned. And his heart stopped. Standing on the trail was Evan. Same clothes. Same face. Same everything. Smiling. Caleb let out a shaky breath. Quote dot dot. Evan. The thing tilted its head. Then. In Caleb's voice. Don't look back. Caleb screamed. Evan grabbed him and pulled him forward. They ran again. But it didn't matter. The trail stretched endlessly. The forest closed in. And the footsteps. They never stopped. They were never found. Search parties came. Dogs tracked their scent to the trail, and then nowhere. No signs of struggle. No bodies. Nothing. Just two backpacks left neatly side by side near the entrance. As if they had simply stepped away. Weeks later, a new post appeared online. Same forum. Same place Evan had found the trail. Thinking about hiking Black Hollow Trail this weekend. Anyone been there? A reply came quickly. Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Quiet, peaceful. Just stay on the trail and you'll be fine. Another user responded. Is it safe? Heard some weird stuff. The original replier answered. People exaggerate. I've been there plenty of times. Never had any problems. A pause. Then one more message. Actually, if you go, try heading off the trail a bit. You might hear someone calling for help. Don't ignore it. A third user chimed in. Wait, what? The reply came almost instantly. Trust me, you'll want to see it. Miles away, deep within Black Hollow. Two figures moved silently through the trees. They walked side by side. Perfect copies. Perfect smiles. And when they spoke, they sounded exactly like the people who had once been real. Help, one whispered. The other echoed it. Please, help. And somewhere, far off, new footsteps answered.